The Dreadnought Revolution. A documentary script. On the 10th of February 1906, a single ship slid down the slipway at Portsmouth Dockyard and changed the world. She was HMS Dreadnought, and in the time it took for her hull to kiss the water, every battleship on every ocean on Earth became obsolete. Not in a decade, not gradually, overnight. This is the story of how one vessel ignited an arms race between empires, poisoned the trust between nations, and helped set the stage for the most devastating war humanity had ever known. The architect of this revolution was Admiral Sir John "Jackie" Fisher, a man of volcanic energy, fierce ambition, and absolute conviction that the Royal Navy must evolve or die. Appointed First Sea Lord in October 1904, Fisher had spent decades studying naval warfare. He understood that speed, firepower, and uniformity of armament would define the next great conflict at sea. He envisioned a warship, carrying nothing but heavy guns, 10 12-inch weapons, all capable of firing at the same target simultaneously. No more mixed batteries, no more confusion in calculating range. One ship, one devastating broadside. Fisher drove the project with relentless urgency. Dreadnought was designed, built, and launched in just 14 months, an astonishing feat of engineering and political will. She was faster than any battleship afloat, powered by revolutionary steam turbine engines that gave her a top speed of 21 knots. Her armor was formidable. Her silhouette was unlike anything the world had seen. But Fisher's triumph contained a dangerous paradox. By rendering all existing battleships obsolete, including Britain's own vast fleet, he had reset the scoreboard to zero. Every naval power now started the Dreadnought race from the same position. And no nation felt this more keenly than Imperial Germany. Kaiser Wilhelm II had long harbored dreams of a world-class navy. Under the guidance of Admiral Alfred von Tirpitz, Germany had already been expanding its fleet. Now, Dreadnought gave Tirpitz the perfect argument for acceleration. If Britain was building super battleships, Germany must answer in kind. The Reichstag approved funding. German shipyards roared to life. What followed was an arms race of breathtaking scale and cost. Between 1906 and 1914, Britain launched 29 Dreadnought-class battleships. Germany launched 17. Each new class was larger, faster, and more heavily armed than the last. The British public became consumed by naval anxiety. In 1909, the rallying cry echoed through Parliament and the press alike. "We want 8 and we won't wait." A demand for 8 new dreadnoughts in a single year. The financial burden was staggering. Both nations diverted enormous resources from social programs, infrastructure, and diplomacy into steel and gunpowder. And with every hull that slid into the water, the mutual suspicion between London and Berlin deepened. The great irony is that these magnificent warships, built at such tremendous expense and national obsession, barely fought. The Battle of Jutland in 1916 was the only major fleet engagement of the entire war. It lasted one afternoon. The dreadnoughts that were supposed to decide the fate of empires spent most of their existence anchored in harbor, too valuable to risk. Yet their true damage had already been done, not on the sea, but in the corridors of power and the hearts of ordinary people. The naval arms race had corroded diplomacy, deepened imperial rivalry, and convinced millions that war was not merely possible, but inevitable. Sometimes the most dangerous weapons are not the ones that fire. They are the ones that make nations believe they must keep building, until the only thing left to do is fight. Word count, 749.